Very good evening and welcome to Prajna 2.0 Masters Felicitation Ceremony 2025 Sainik School Amravati Nagar 18th July 2025 at Abhay Auditorium. Most respected and honorable Principal of this beautiful Sainik School Amravati Nagar and the Chief Guest of the day, Captain Manikandan, Indian Navy. Respected First Lady of Sainik School Amravati Nagar, Madam Lakshmi Manikandan. Beloved, our mentor, our philosopher and guide, Mr. M. Selvaraj, our retired Tamil Master. Most respected and honorable Sri P. Gurumurthy, our teacher for mathematics. Sri K.R.M. Karpaya sir, our beloved chemistry teacher. Sri K. Ekambaram to join us, our beloved Tamil teacher. And my dear classmate of 1983 batch, Major General M. Janashekaran. The chairman of Prajna, Major General N.R.K. Babu. The convener of Prajna, Dr. T. Balasubramanian, the cardio specialist. Dear respected Chief Master of Sainik School Amravati Nagar, and all the teachers of Sainik School Amravati Nagar, wonderful students, both boys and girls, volunteers, invited schools, guests, and all my Prajna soldiers. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you and greet you with a good evening. I am Dr. R. Victor Lazarus, 1324, Chera House, 1983 passed out, presently a principal of Bishop Tharp College, situated at Darabaram. To begin the program, let me give a brief note of introduction about what Prajna 2.0 is all about. Last year, 2024, we had the privilege of hosting Prajna 1.0. தமிழ்ல இந்த பிரஜ்னா என்றால் என்ன அப்படின்றதுக்கு ஞானத்தின் மிக உயர்ந்த மற்றும் தூய்மையான வடிவம். ஞானத்தின் மிக உயர்ந்த மற்றும் தூய்மையான உயரம் என்று பொருள் கொள்ளப்படும். In English we say to attain enlightenment. For all these cadets from 6th standard to 12th standard to attain enlightenment, one gentleman gave a beautiful word called yes. I would like all the students to give a big clap for a principal, Manikandan sir, for giving us an yes to have this Prajna 1.0, wherein we come to this beautiful alma mater and give a kind of an intellectual support for all the students. Already we know the Silver Jubilee batch every year and the Golden Jubilee batches from now on. They are helping us a lot of infrastructural facilities. But this intellectual support was a long felt need of this beautiful Sainik School Amravati Nagar. So we should really thank Mr. Pulivaganan and Mr. Vijay Kumar, who head this Amravin Alumni Association, for rendering all help to us to bring something back to the society through our school or the alma mater. The Prajna has two components we all know. The first component is to honor the senior most masters. Last year we honored our history and geography teacher, Mr. Somasundaram, and this year we'll be honoring, or we are here to honor, Mr. M. Selvaraj, our Tamil teacher, who taught us Tamil with a very poetic note. இந்த மனப்பாட பகுதின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும், அதை நாங்கள் தலைகளாக நின்னால மனப்பாடம் பண்ண முடியாது. But this man had a magic. வந்து அப்படியே பாட்டாக பாடுவார். அது எந்த குரலாக இருந்தாலும் சார் ஐயா பாடிடுவாங்க. பாடிட்டு அதை எழுத வைத்து, அடிப்பரலாமல் எழுத வைத்து, and every examinations that we wrote in Tamil, the மனப்பாட பகுதியில் we were able to score centum. So thank you so much, sir, for your presence, for your love and affection, and leading us in the way that we are. We are what we are today. Thank you so much, sir. So the first component is to honor our teachers as per their seniority, the role given by the principal of Sainik School Amravati Nagar. And the second part is, we call it as Festival Prajna. Festival Prajna, the first component is this, and tomorrow we have got a lot of competitions. When we were students here almost 45 years or 46 years ago, we have to go to Udumalpet for any competitions. I have seen Gurumurthy sir leading us, or Selvaraj sir leading us, or Karpiya sir leading us, taking us to Udumalpet, and we used to compete with the 2-3 schools, and most of the time we were bringing all the trophies back to Amravati. But Dr. Balasubramanian had it in his mind that we should be inviting more institutions, more schools across Tamil Nadu. Touch wood, 5 years down the line, it will be across India. We'll bring all the schools into the portals and campus of the citadel and colossus of higher education called Sainik School Amravati Nagar, wherein all the cadets will be exposed to kind of an event management, as well as to find out what other schools are doing, how other students are groomed in academics. We are all round, right from morning 4:30 till night 20 to 30 or 23 hours. We are awake doing a lot of activities, multitasked, skilled personalities are we. But we do not know what kind of academics is happening, how people are, getting gold medals. The other schools will come here, and when we bring them into the campus, quietly you can observe. That is what we call this Festival Prajna. We also have the second component as Mission Prajna, wherein we will be inviting a lot of scholars. We have got enough scholars. Morning, we must have listened to Major General Jnanashekaran sir. And such scholars are abundantly available, right from 1962 till 2025. We have made so much of advancements. All our senior people and the recently passed out cadets of the Sainik School Amravati Nagar, we reign supreme and we are available across the globe. So this Mission Prajna, every month we arrange at least one event for all of you to listen to our seniors, so that in a long run it will become a buddy connect. So this is what Prajna 1.0 and Prajna 2.0 and the Prajnas to continue will continue to cater for us. And we once again thank the principal sir, the vice principal, the administrative officer for your presence and for your permission for all of us to go ahead in conducting this Prajna in the campus, the portals of Sainik School Amravati Nagar. Now I would like to request the Prajna soldiers to conduct our masters on the stage. I will first bring the senior most masters. I would request all the Prajna soldiers to bring Gurumurthy sir on stage, Karpiya sir on stage. That will be followed by our, you can kindly bring them on stage, followed by our guest of honor, Sri M. Selvaraj sir, followed by our chief guest, Principal Sainik School Amravati Nagar, and Major General Jnanashekaran, please come and occupy the chair, along with the convener of Prajna, Dr. Balasubramanian. Sir, please be seated. When we studied here for the morning assembly, our Tamil master, Sri M. Selvaraj sir, was the choir master. The choir will be seated here. And every day morning, one Tamil song, or one English song, or one Hindi song will be played here. There was a tabla here. There was a harmonium here. And students used to play that. And we were really engrossed by the song called Vaanai Muttum Malaigalum. And we requested the cadets of Sainik School Amravati Nagar to render Vaanai Muttum Malaigalum. Over to the choir. May I request the audience to please rise for the song. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, choir, for the great retention that you did. May I request Cadet Aman Singh, a 12th standard student of Science School Amravati from Chola House, to welcome the gathering.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Good evening, everyone. I, Cadet Aman, feel truly honored and proud to stand before you this evening as we come together for one of the most exciting and meaningful events in this school, Prajna 2.0. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome a truly inspiring gathering, our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. M. Salvaras, and retired Major General Jnana Shekhar, respected Principal, Captain Indian Navy K. Manigandan, First Lady of the campus, Mrs. Lakshmi Manigandan, Administrative Officer, Lieutenant Colonel K. Deepu, Vice Principal, Lieutenant Colonel Kausik Nandini Arun, Senior Master, our esteemed alumni, amazing Prajna team, distinguished guests, respected teachers, and my fellow cadets. A warm welcome to each and every one of you. This evening, I would like to especially extend a heartfelt welcome to Prajna team, the dedicated alumni whose vision, passion, and hard work had brought this festival to life. Without your commitment and creative spirit, Prajna would not be a grand celebration as it is today. We salute your effort and thank you for inspiring us all. As the sun sets behind the lush hills of Amravati Nagar, it brings with it not just the close of a day, but the beginning of a celebration, a festival of creativity, knowledge, camaraderie that we proudly call Prajna. For those who may be new to this grand tradition, Prajna is more than a competition. It is the embodiment of Sainik School Amravati Nagar's spirit, a powerful blend of intellect, imagination, teamwork, and discipline. It is where the ideas ignite, friendship grows, where every challenge is a chance to prove that our young minds are ready to face the future with courage and clarity. Let us take a moment to truly acquaint our alumni, the visionary mind behind Prajna. Once cadet like us, you walked through these corridors, dreamt in these classrooms, and now you return not just an alumni, but the architect of something truly special. Your vision, dedication, and commitment have planted the roots for this remarkable festival. Today, we stand on the foundation you built. For that, we express our heartfelt gratitude. You exemplify what it means to give back, to uplift, and to lead with purpose. Your journey inspires us. We welcome our Guest of honor, Mr. M. Salvaras, retired master, whose effort as a Tamil teacher shaped countless young minds with knowledge and strong values. Sir, your presence reminds us that true education builds just not knowledge but character and wisdom. To the teachers and talented students who have joined us today, welcome. Your presence enriches this event and reminds us that learning and creativity have no boundaries. Now, let me take you through the battlefield of brilliance where we are about to witness Prajna 2.0, where every participant is a warrior of the mind. In photography, a single click will freeze the moment that tell stories worth of thousand words. The short film competition will bring stories alive, blending creativity with technology, emotion with expression. Sketching and painting will give wings to imagination, turning black canvases into vivid dreams. Group tasks will test teamwork, leadership, and quick thinking, for no victory is won alone. And the innovative challenge of Street Smart will push participants to think beyond. Remember, fellow cadets and participants, this festival is just not about winning trophies or accolades. It is about learning, growing, and pushing the limits of what we believe is possible. It is about respecting your competitors, cheering for teammates, and carrying forward the spirit of showmanship, honor, courage, and camaraderie. As the evening deepens and the stars begin to twinkle over Amravati Nagar, let us ignite the flame of curiosity, creativity, and competition. Let's pledge to give our very best in thoughts, words, and deed. Let the wisdom shine, let the voices rise, let the brushes paint and cameras capture, let the minds think and hearts unite. Together, let us create memories that will inspire us all for years to come. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Aman. That was really awesome and perfect. Why should there be a felicitation like this for our teachers? No sooner we leave the campus of SSA, all of us go to a college, we get ourselves graduated both in India and abroad. But seldom we remember many professors. But the names of the teachers who molded us in this campus of Amravati Nagar lingers in our heart and mind. I would request our convener Prajna, the person who brought out as his brainchild a very busy cardio specialist in Trichy and the most wanted doctor in Tamil Nadu, Dr. T. Balasubramanian, to tell us why this felicitation. Over to Dr. Bala.
Thank you, Mr. Victor. Respected Principal, Chief Guest of today's function, First Lady of the campus, Mrs. Lakshmi Manigantan, Guest of Honor, Mr. M. Salvaraj, retired Tamil Master, retired Masters, Mr. Gurumurthy, Mr. Yegampram, Mr. Karapia Sir, Vice Principal, Masters, Prajna soldiers, and my dear cadets. A very good morning to all of you. 53 years ago, I joined in the school in 5th standard. Those days, we joined in 5th standard. We had the distinction of studying in the school for 8 long years. Coming from a remote village in Trichy, a village which did not have electricity, did not have any English medium school. When I stepped in this campus, I did not know a word of English. And my batchmates, 80% of the batchmates were from Tamil medium. Imagine if a 10-year-old boy is thrown in an environment of English-speaking people, what would be the level of stress and anxiety? It was more than a morbid fear than anxiety. That was the state. Leave alone speaking English, we did not know what shoes were. We did not see shoes at all. Don't know how to wear shoes. And beyond the shoes, we don't know even how to wear our undergarment. Jatti kuda poda theriyadu. In the village, who wears jatti, you know? They're all free birds. That's how we started our life at SSA without knowing a word of English. In the campus, not knowing English, was one thing. The other thing was maths was another subject, which was very tough. And we remember our maths teacher, Gurumurthy sir, used to teach mathematics, null set, empty set, எல்லாமே empty-ஆ இருந்தது. We don't know English, we don't know maths. It was a double whammy, you know. So English was a phobia for us. And how did we overcome this English phobia? Those days, we used to have the letter writing in the campus, which was compulsion. Every cadet must write letter to the parents. And our housemaster, Miss Sheila Murphy ma'am, was very particular that we all write letters. Every Sunday, all boys used to write letters in the postcard, collected by the house captain, submit to the housemaster, who will read and then post it. So that was a norm. In the third and fourth week, Sheila ma'am, she talks Queen's English and broken Tamil. And we boys know only Tamil, not even broken English. But the communication between our madam, Sheila ma'am, and us was effective because for effective communication, you don't need language, but need the love, care, and affection of Miss Sheila ma'am, who was an embodiment of kindness. So she urged us to write. Hey, you write in English, doesn't matter if it is a grammatical error. So by the end of fourth and sixth week, our batchmen started writing letters in English, and our parents were excited and thrilled to receive letters in English. And that was our first victory over English, and the rest is history. Our teachers were beyond the classrooms. When they came to classrooms, they brought life into lessons. I still remember our Tamil master, Mr. Egampram, when he taught Kambaramayanam in Tamil. Kambaramayanam, in the Raman Sithaiயுடைய அழகை describe பண்ண the beauty of Sita, அண்ணலும் நோக்கினாள் அவளும் நோக்கினாள் அப்படின்னு describe the beauty of Sita. கேட்பதற்கு 2 காது பத்தாது 10 காதுக்கு வேணும். So that was how he brought life into the characters which he taught us. And not to speak less of Mr. M. Selvaraj sir, he was a taskmaster, you know, and he was the housemaster for Chola House for many, many years, and he ran Chola House like a ship. As long as he had the mantleship of housemaster, Chola House used to take away the drill competition trophy and the Cockers trophy. Enna pannarnu theriyala. Every time the Cholas used to take the trophy, and that was Mr. Selvaraj sir. And thank you. And beyond the masters being so tough and very strict, there were teachers who are beyond the irritation. You see, in Sainik campus, we students, there are 3 categories of students according to the level of naughtiness: naughty, naughtier, naughtiest. Like our India's temperature, hotter, hottest madri. There are some teachers who are immune to this irritation by the students. Those days, probably the age or the hormones, we used to irritate the teachers. And some teachers were beyond this irritation. And one such teacher was Mr. Karpaya sir. And the students never spared him also. So unique to Sainik School identity that we have nickname for every cadet and every masters. So with your permission, sir, let me declare your nickname to the students. His nickname was James Bond. Why James Bond? Because the explanation by our students is that there are 2 specific qualities of James Bond. One is the way in which Mr. James was dressed in the movies, impeccable sense of dressing, and the second is the cool and calm demeanor. James Bond, even if he was surrounded by 10 villains with weapons, used to be calm and cool. And likewise, the irritation toleration test of Mr. Karpaya was something phenomenal. And I recall one day, one of my batchmates, many batchmates were habitual latecomers, so he came to the class 15 minutes late. And Karpaya sir was taking class, and my batchmate was seeking permission, sir, may I come in? And Karpaya sir was interrupted in his class, and he looked at him and said, what? Sir, may I come in, sir? And Karpaya sir looked at him and said, Kanabaran, you are early for the class by 15 minutes. So everybody was surprised to say, why he's late? He's already late by 15 minutes, and sir is saying. So next he said, Kanabaran, you are early for tomorrow class by 23 hours and 45 minutes. Fellows laughed and laughed. Kidney satya varaikku sirichaanga. Adukapra we start following punctuality. Such was the commitment of our teachers. Beyond the classrooms of knowledge and wisdoms, our teacher walked the extra mile. In the campus, they taught us values systems. We remember Sheila ma'am, when we all joined the 5th standard, we don't know how to use the spoon and fork. She used to come, stand behind each cadet and hold our hands and teach how to use spoon and fork. And in our days, that mess used to be very long. And whenever a student needs water, he has to say, please pass water. The next cadet must say, thank you. Then you must respond by saying, please don't mention it. So this, she taught us the value system, which we practice even to this day. So that was our teachers who actually walked the extra miles. Now, teachers in Sainik school are something phenomenal. Why are we connected with them? And why this felicitation? Now, we have emotional connectivity because of such teachers who took good care of us. Now, going back to the letter writing story, I take this opportunity to make one appeal to the cadets and one appeal to the masters. The appeal to the cadets is letter writing. The other day I was discussing with the principal about letter writing. He said, sir, no more letter writing. Letter writing is a dead art in Sainik school. I fully understand that you are all millennials. You are born with the digital devices and you go with digital devices. But believe me, trust me, that all the developed nations have restricted the use of digital devices in their campuses. They start writing with pen and paper. When you write your letters, you don't write letters, words or sentences, but you write your emotions. Yes, you write your emotions, and when your parents receive your letter, they hold the letter in your arms, and it's an exchange of emotions between you and your parents. And writing letters improves your written language, and writing your emotions is also another method of improving your emotional quality. So let me make an appeal here that boys do start writing letters in English and Tamil. Your written English improves a hell a lot. Second, to improve your spoken language, practice speaking in English in this campus. These two activities, writing in English, speaking in English, come with zero price, zero effort. By the time you finish your 12th standard, you are so good in English, the lingua franca of the world, and any competitive exams you can ace with good communication skills. That is an appeal I make. The second appeal to you cadets is that the beauty of the Sainik school lies in its treating every cadet equal and co-equal. There is a saying in Tamil, Nadalum Vendalum Paralum Maidanum Undraha Alum Bhumi Iduve, which translates that you may be son of a farmer or a pauper or a son of an emperor. The school treats you equally and gives you n number of opportunities to you. So make best use of these opportunities to rise and excel. One appeal to the masters is that students come to you different shades and grades, different abilities and language, and it is up to the teacher. The teacher-student relationship is infinite. I won't exaggerate if I say a teacher can make a student or break a student. It is there. So if only you can show kindness and compassion to the soft learners or the slow learners, then you get full credit. So teacher-student relationship is an enduring relationship, and I appeal to the students as well as teachers. And this function is a testimony to prove that enduring relationship must be preserved, protected forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Balasubramanian. I think sir was from Pandya House. Dr. Bala is 3 years senior to me. He is settled in Tiruchirappalli. After leaving Sainik school, he did his MBBS, MD, DM, and he is a cardio specialist. நிறைய சொன்னாங்க டீச்சர்ஸை பற்றியெல்லாம். நான் அவரை பற்றி இன்னொரு வார்த்தை சொல்லியிருந்தோம். He never charges any Amravian when we go and meet him in his hospital. That's a great effort that given by. We should give a big hand of applause for Dr. Balasubramanian. Thank you, sir, for the great gesture that you have for Amravians. Now we go to the felicitation of our senior masters or former teachers. May I request our most respected chief guest of the day, Principal Science Club Radhinagar, and our First Lady of Science Club Radhinagar, to kindly felicitate our three masters, Mr. P. Gurmurthy sir, Mr. K. Yegamram sir, and Mr. K. R. Karpeya sir. K.R.M. Karpeya, sir. Sorry, sir. Abba, sir. Nana. The next component will be, we'll have three speakers. One speaker from the present Amravians and two speakers from the alumni. We have Mr. Richard from Pallava House, 12th standard cadet, to tell us, are these teachers our mentors? Are these teachers our pathfinders? Are these teachers our guides? Over to Mr. Richard, cadet from 12th standard, Pallava House, Science Club Radhinagar.
Good evening to all. Respected Major General Jnanashekar retired, the First Lady of the campus, Sainik School Amradnagar Principal, Captain Indian Navy K. Manigandan, Administrative Officer, Lieutenant Colonel K. Deepu, Vice Principal, Lieutenant Colonel Kaushik Nandini Arun, Senior Master, Prajna team, the alumni, distinguished guests, respected teachers, and dear friends. I am Cat Elricher, privileged to stand before you not just as a student of Sainik School Amradnagar, but as a cadet who has lived, learned, and grown under the constant guidance of incredible people, my teachers. Now, when someone asks me who's your inspiration, I don't say celebrity or sports star. I simply smile and say my teachers. Because unlike celebrities, my teachers actually know my name and unfortunately my weaknesses to mold my ambition. For the boarders, teachers are not just educators, they are parents, counselors, motivators, and sometimes even our friends. When you live away from home, it's your teacher who becomes your morning alarm, your exam warriors, and your PT savior, and sometimes your unpaid therapist during your prep time breakdowns. And their advices could not be measured in terms, and if followed, it fetches us to the great heights. Now, to know the value of a guru's advice, I would like to tell you all a short story, and it goes like this. So there was an intelligent kid who was so studious and well disciplined. But as life was not as easy for anyone, he was a super able child. He did not have his left arm. So as he grew up, he thought the world should not see him as a weakling, rather should see him as a warrior. So he joined a martial arts class to defend himself from any situation. There his master, who agreed to teach him the art of fighting, had one condition, that he should not raise any questions against the guru throughout his training. And if raised, he won't guide him anymore. So he accepted this condition and started his training. So the guru taught him only one technique throughout his training and asked him to practice it. As days passed on, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, he knew only one technique. And one day the master came and told him to be ready for the competition as he is having his first fight the next day. The guy was perplexed and did not ask or tell anything about this to his master, keeping the condition in his mind. So as his fight approaches, he goes for his first fight and wins it, and goes for another and wins the fight. Like this, he becomes the world champion. He got fame, popularity, everything, and his wish was fulfilled. As his retirement comes, he still knew only one technique, despite being a world champion. So he went to meet his master to bid him a farewell as he retires. And I asked him the question for the first time that, why did you teach me the only one technique throughout my career? The guru smiled and explained, Beta, martial arts is a type of fighting where for every attack there is a systematic defense for it. And the technique which I taught you requires the opponent to hold your left hand to defend it. But the God not give you the left hand. So, cadets, what I'm trying to say is, teachers are the pillars of our characters. They shape us when we are vulnerable. They push us when we feel like giving up. They correct us not to bring us down, but to actually lift us up. Each scolding hides a lesson, and each encouragement hides belief in us even when we don't believe in ourselves. So, they are the one who teach us to hold our high even after a loss, and how to stay humble after a win. They see us not just as students, but as future responsible citizens. When we march on the parade ground, upright and proud, it is not just our training we carry, but the trust of our teachers. When we pass an exam, it is not just the mark we score, but it is the result of countless hours of explaining and teaching and even tolerating our silly excuses in our classroom. So to all my teachers, thank you for being my compass when I am lost, and my torchbearer when my path is dark, and my mirror when I need reflection. So I may not say this every day, but I carry your lessons everywhere and your love in my heart. Because behind every successful cadet, there is a teacher who never gave up. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Richard. Teachers are definitely the pillars of our character. I joined Sainik school in the year 1976. But this gentleman passed out of Sainik school Amradnagar has been very senior in the year 1975 itself. So their batch has become the Golden Jubilee batch of this year 2025. A well-known Indian qualitative market research analyst who headed MindScan in Chennai. He has written, he's a great writer. His books, both in Tamil and English, both fiction and non-fiction, are the bestseller books in India. His finest book that has almost adorned the shelves of all the libraries for the researchers in particular everything you always wanted to know about qualitative market research, the bestseller book. He's a co-editor of the book of Bits Pilani, Trailblazers, because he studied in Bits Pilani during 1975 to 1980. Speaker, voice artist, model, and an actor. May I request Sri Bhaskar sir to come and tell us how these teachers shaped our life. Over to Mr. Bhaskar.
Respected Principal Sir, Madam, my beloved teachers, my friends, the alumni, Prajna team members, and all my young friends, the students. Firstly, let me congratulate Prajna for this wonderful initiative. I think this is a unique initiative in the history of alumni in India. Very rarely you will find a school alumni coming back and doing a continuous activity year after year for the benefit of the students. It's a great initiative. I congratulate Prajna for this idea and implementation. Secondly, the idea of honoring our teachers. All of us honor our teachers in our heart. We do always think of them. When we meet them, we tell them, "Sir, I studied with you. I think so much about you. You meant so much to me." But very rarely will we come across a school year after year celebrating their senior teachers, teachers who may be as old as in their 80s. Very rare to find such a thing, and Sainik School Amravati Nagar is unique in having such a scheme being implemented here. Fantastic idea by Prajna. Now, we have a mixed audience. We have very experienced teachers and senior people here. Some of our alumni friends who are as old or slightly younger than me, but we have a lot of our young students here. So actually, what I see is all you students, I am leaving out the older people here, because you, to me, represent the future, and we are doing all this. Everything is being done for the benefit of the students, because this kind of event will have a lifelong impact on all these students that I see here. When I see the students there, I see myself. You may think I'm a guy who's 65 years old, 66 years old, with all the past glories that people talked about. But I see myself as that student there, as that student sitting there. That's what I see. And I see all my friends who were sitting there in this, not very long ago, only 50 years. Only 50 years ago, we were sitting there, and we have come this far, and we are here to share what role our teachers played in our lives. Specifically, how did teachers shape our lives? This is the story I want to share with you all these young students out here. Already Dr. Bala Subramanian, as well as Victor, they shared their stories of what it was like when they came to Sainik School Amravati Nagar, when they were little students in their 5th standard, and how the student were completely changed beyond recognition by the time they left the portals of this school. Now I am going to add my bit to this big story, this continuous story of how teachers in Sainik School Amravati Nagar have shaped the lives of our students. And all of you are continuing in this path. You are also being shaped by your current teachers. So that's why we are telling you the old stories, so that you will know what is the path you are walking and what awaits you in the future. I see many of you down the line, many years from now, you're going to be coming on stage and sharing these kind of stories here. That's what I am waiting for. When these students came up, when I saw the student who welcomed this gathering, and later I saw the other student who spoke about the impact of the teacher, I was seeing myself. How we were when we were on the campus. So I will tell you a few stories of how our lives have been shaped by our teachers. Quite some years ago, Reader's Digest, a magazine, on the Teacher's Day, every year you have the Teacher's Day, Reader's Digest magazine invited articles from readers about the influence of their teacher. So one of those years, there were a number of articles which came to Reader's Digest. Each of them were writing about their own teacher from their own school. So I was also thinking about my teachers and said, let me write, because I was given to writing. So I wrote 2 stories about 2 teachers from Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, from the time I grew up. The 2 stories, one was a story about Murphy Madam. I think many of you, whether you have seen Murphy Madam or not, you would have heard about her, and you will continue to hear about her. And the other story I wrote was about a maths teacher called Venkatesa Murthy, sir. Now, these were the 2 people about whom I wrote stories about my interaction with them while I was at school. Now, the editor who received these stories, there were many entries that came, but there were only a handful that were selected to be featured in Reader's Digest that year. And the stories that I wrote were considered very good because of the stories that were there in it, because of what it talked about our teachers. But they said, we will use one of those stories in our magazine. I will share those stories with you because they are very relevant. The first story was about Murphy Madam. Now, she was Sheila Murphy was her name, and she passed away a few years ago. Now, this lady was our English teacher, and as Dr. Bala himself had said, when we came and joined the school in 5th standard at the age of 8 or 9, we all came from small, unknown Tamil medium schools from small towns. The schools were unknown, unheard of. And those days, we didn't know any English at all. So all we knew was, what is your name? How old are you? So 2 questions for which we knew the answer. So we were prepared for that. Even for the interview for entering Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, the questions were in Tamil, and we were taught, நீ ஏன் இந்த ஸ்கூல்ல சேரணும்னு ஆசைப்படுற? உங்க அப்பா என்ன பண்றாரு? All these kind of questions were taught to us in Tamil. So we didn't know English at all. And it's all due to the kindness, the love, and the techniques of our teachers that we mastered this language so well. So if I am able to talk today standing in front of you, like all of you, it's simply because of those teachers. So we learned so much in the classrooms with all those workbooks. I don't know whether you still have the workbook in English, but through that and the love of Murphy Madam, we learned so much. I must tell you, I was really a frightened student when I was in 5th standard. I used to be afraid of everything. I used to be afraid of my teachers. I used to be afraid of my seniors. And for the smallest thing, tears will flow down my eyes. I will cry for nothing. In fact, I was called cry baby by my friends and even by my teachers because I was so afraid. I was so diffident. I didn't have the confidence. That's how I was when I came into 5th standard. And Murphy madam, she forced me to go on stage. Initially, she forced me to join the dance program on the stage. So there will be 2 rows, one row of boys and another row of boys, because there were only boys at that time. The next row, the boys will wear girls' costume. So we had these 2 rows, and together we will sing a song and dance. And dance was the farthest thing from me. You know, I just can't dance. If everybody is turning this side, I'll be turning this side. However much I was taught, I always did it the wrong way. But she forced us to go on stage. I still remember, you won't believe, the song that we went on stage and danced to in my 5th standard, I still remember. If I give you a rose of red to place it gently on your head, madam, will you walk? Madam, will you talk? Madam, will you walk and talk with me? If you give me a rose of red to place it gently on my head, no, I will not walk. No, I will not talk. No, I will not walk and talk with you. If I give you a coach and 6 black horses as black as which, madam, will you walk? Madam, will you talk? Madam, will you walk and talk with? It will go on like that. 4, 5 stanzas. Finally, you'll say, if I give you the key of my heart and all my love to you impart, madam, will you walk? Madam, will you talk? Madam, will you walk and talk with me? So, but that was Bumballa Goinda. So there were 10, 12 people. I will hide behind the others, and whatever mistakes I make, nobody will make out. So that was easy. But after that, she said, you have to go on stage and you have to participate in an English play. English play. And I didn't know any English at all. She said, no, 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 you are playing this role. And she gave me a dialogue from that play and asked me to read that dialogue. Come on, read, she told me. So I said, no, no, ma'am. No, no, I won't do that, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm afraid, ma'am. I don't want to go on stage, ma'am. She said, no, you'll do it, Bhaskar. After that, because I didn't listen to her, she straight away pulled me and took me to the physics lab. There was one Mr. Cherian. Murphy madam was in love with Cherian sir. Later they got married. Later they got married here in Amaravati Nagar itself, and we had a grand reception in the mess. So she took me to him and told him, look, Cherian, this boy is not listening to me. He says he will not join this play. Enada? And Cherian sir will, inspire fear in you. The way he stands, he was a senior man in NCC, and he will, be dressed like that, and he will stand like that. All his, the stance itself will frighten us. Enada? Padra? Padikka matiya? So he said, Padra. Padra, now then I didn't read. You know what he did? Cherian sir, he had rabbits in his house. He was fond of rabbits. He had rabbits in his house. He used to lift the rabbits by the ear. So, suddenly what he did, Cherian sir grabbed my ears and he just pulled me like that. He lifted me like that. Ah, I started crying. So he said, Padra. After that, I started crying and started reading that dialogue. It said, Madam, take one bamboo stick and beat me very hard. So, actually, the play, the skit is about an Englishman, his wife, and their Indian servant. So, there were only three characters. An Englishman, his wife, so they will speak good English, and their servant who doesn't know any English. And that was my role. So, they thought since he doesn't know English, he can do this better than others. That's why they picked me for that role. After that, he said, when I was crying and reading it, abdida, padra, abdida, good, good. So, after that, I started smiling. So, I know he won't hit me. After that, they made me memorize the dialogue, practice it again and again, and then I went on stage. There were just three characters on this very stage. The madam and that the master, they are standing there. The master will be wearing a coat like this and all that. I'll be wearing a torn shirt because I am very poor servant, Indian servant. And I will come carrying a socks. Basically, the Indian servant at that time, in the socks, he will be using the socks to filter coffee or something. So for that only the madam beat him. So he'll be crying. I remember walking across the stage and all my friends, they were all clapping. Great, 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 Bhaskar has come on stage. And all these friends were clapping. And I was actually very much afraid. I was wondering what is going to happen to me. But the moment people started clapping, I was, internally I was very happy. When everything got over, all of them came and said, "Hey, supera nadichada, supera pannada." They all encouraged me. And that day, I shed my fear of the stage. After this, anytime anything happening on the stage, I'll always say, sir, I'll always lift my hand and want to make use of this opportunity. Anything that comes, I will always ask for it. And if nobody was willing, I'll get that opportunity. So this is an instance where the teacher completely changed me beyond belief. After that, throughout my professional life, I've had opportunities to go and speak in front of people, and I've always been considered a good speaker, but everything was due to the way the teachers handled me and the opportunities provided on this campus in Sainik School, Amravati Nagar. One other story I will tell you, and with that I will close. And that is the story of one Venkatesa Murthy, our maths teacher. Basically, I was very bad in maths, extremely bad in maths. When maths moved from arithmetic to algebra, when all these x plus y whole square, all these things came, I just didn't understand what was happening. The teacher will keep on writing x plus, I won't understand what is happening. I will be sitting and, wondering what is happening. Till yesterday, the teacher was talking a language I could understand, and now I am not just able to follow anything. Now, this teacher was a teacher who used to be very tough with people. Those days, hitting was allowed. Those days, teachers can hit students. It is all a part of how we grew up. So, I was really afraid. But that teacher, who is known to be very tough, one day, he saw me walking on this corridor. On this corridor, I was walking. Opposite, Venkatesa Murthy sir was coming, and Selvaraj sir was coming. So, I told Selvaraj sir, "Vanakkam ayya." I told Selvaraj sir, because he is my Tamil teacher, and I was very fond of him, because I was good in Tamil. So, I always found it easy and comfortable to deal with him. But when Venkatesa Murthy sir saw this, he was wondering, and sir also said, "Vanakkam Parkara." So, Venkatesa Murthy sir saw this and said, "How come Selvaraj is so loving, and he's responding like this to this Bhaskar. He was wondering, because he thought if he's so bad in maths, he may be, poor in other subjects also. But then later, Selvaraj sir, both of them, they have had a talk between them. And Selvaraj sir told Venkatesh Murthy sir, the maths teacher, that Bhaskar is very good in Tamil. He is writing poetry and all in Tamil. So Venkatesh Murthy sir was very impressed. This I didn't know. Then from the class, he called me. Venkatesh Murthy sir called me. I was really worried. What is he going to do? He is going to hit me or something. He said, this evening, you come to my house. Come to my house also, I didn't know, what he was going to do to me. So with great fear, in the evening, I went to Venkatesh Murthy sir's house. He was a young man then, young by my standards today. He was just newly married. Venkatesh Murthy sir was newly married, and I go to his house. And in the evening, he asked his wife to go to bed. He sat with me and tried to teach me. He talked to me. He said, where are you having problems? What are you not able to understand? He asked me many questions. And I told him, sir, nothing. I am not able to understand anything, sir, and all that. Then he tried to teach me. Even then, I didn't understand. After that, he drew some diagrams. He drew X plus Y, I didn't understand. So he drew some diagrams and he asked me, do you like these diagrams? I said, yes, sir. I like these pictures, these diagrams. He said, good. But these diagrams are nothing but they are representations of the same equation. But it is put in a geometrical form. Something like that he told me. So I said, yes, sir, good, sir. But I don't understand. So then he said, I heard from Selvaraj sir that you write very good Tamil poetry. I said, yes, sir, I write poetry. He told me your poetry is very good, and I am very happy to know that. See, remember, a maths teacher telling me he is very happy about my Tamil poetry. And Venkatesh Murthy's mother tongue was Kannada, not Tamil. So, at that age, at the age of 25 or so, Venkatesh Murthy, who was only interested in maths till then, discovered the charm of poetry. He had just then started writing poetry in Kannada because that was his mother tongue. So he said, you are really blessed because at your age in 9th standard, you are able to write poetry and your teacher says it is good. Whereas I, at this age of 25 only, I have started writing poetry. Till now I knew only maths. Only now I know poetry. And he read the poem to me. He said, since you are a poet, you will be able to appreciate what I have written. So let me read this poetry. And he read some Kannada. Kannada I won't understand a word. He said, he read the Kannada poetry. I couldn't understand anything. But he asked me, so how is it? I said, sir, it's sounding good, nice. So then he said, he told me, you know the meaning of this poem? I said, no, sir, I will tell you. Then he told me, you know, this is the story taken from some Upanishad. It is a story taken from the Upanishad, Sanskrit. So he read it in Sanskrit, he took the idea and wrote a Kannada poem. The story is like this. A mother is asking the son to go, a little son, to go and buy, the mother gives a pot to the son, asks him to go, gives 50 paise those days, and go and buy some oil in the pot. The boy goes, buys oil in the pot, comes back. While coming back, he drops the pot. The pot breaks. The oil is gone. He comes home crying. And the mother asks, what has happened? Why are you crying? And the boy says, the pot is broken, so I am crying. The mother says, the pot costs only 5 rupees. The oil costs 50 paise. It's only 5 paise. The oil costs 50 paise. But the boy is crying for the pot, not the oil. The pot is the body, the human body. What's inside the oil is the soul. So this idea of the body and soul, a maths teacher tells me, a poor student, a student who doesn't know maths, it has stuck to my head till today. And he finally said, you try your best. Whenever you have a problem in maths, not understanding, come to me. If you are not able to still do maths, don't worry. But don't give up writing poetry. A maths teacher told me this. I took it to my heart and I tried my best, and in the process I became a writer and I could lead a very good life, a life that was worthy of living. So all this was possible because of a maths teacher who encouraged me to write Tamil poetry. That is what great teachers are made of. They find what is good in you and they build on your strengths. Remember, your life, this is my parting note to you, you can make a success of your life only on your strengths. You can't make a success of your life based on your weaknesses. All of us will have strengths and weaknesses. We must build our strengths. We must try to see whether we can overcome our weaknesses, but never get worried, never get depressed, never lose confidence. Build our life to success on the basis of our strengths. This is what our teachers have taught us, and I must tell you, Reader's Digest told me, the English teacher story is good, the maths teacher story is good, but it is very rare for the maths teacher to encourage somebody to write poetry in Tamil, so we will carry that story. So that story was published in that Reader's Digest, and lots of people could read and appreciate that story. So I have too many stories and I cannot go on because I have to limit myself. So what I will do is, Selvaraj sir, there are so many, each of my teachers, if I have to talk, it will go on and on. It is not good for all of us, because what we have heard today, we must digest that and we must enjoy that, and we must all resolve to make the best use of our teachers. So that's another piece of thought I want to leave with the students. See, without worrying about what the teachers do for you, worry about what you can get out of your teachers. You students, it is your responsibility to hold on to your teachers and get the best of them. Because if a student is sincere, if a student is hardworking, if a student really shows interest in something, a teacher will always be moved to come to that student and help that student excel. So the motivation, the responsibility to make use of the school as well as the teachers lies in the hands of the students. This is the thought I want to leave with you. Now, I won't talk about Selvaraj sir, because if I start talking about Selvaraj sir, that will take me the whole of the day. But I will only read one poem that I have written about Selvaraj sir much later in my life, and I will end on this note. Even when I am talking, so many other teachers are there. I have innumerable stories, whether it is Somasundaram sir or people whom have taught me, or Gurumurthy sir or Karupiya sir. The stories are endless. I go to the poem I wrote some years ago about Selvaraj sir, and it applies to most of our teachers. Sellada seppu kasai Sainik palli vandavanai, Sellada seppu kasai Sainik palli vandavanai, Sellumidamellam sirappadaya seidhavanai, Solleduthu paadiduven sevi maduppir ulagore, Selvarasan pol ஆசிரியர் வருவாரோ, தங்க கிண்ணத்தில் தமிழ்த்தாய் பால் கொடுத்தாள், அவள் குடித்த மிச்சத்தில் ஒரு துளிதான் குடித்தோம் நாம், சிங்கக்குட்டிகளாய் கர்ஜித்தோம், பெருமிதமாய் எங்கள் ஆசிரியர் தட்டியே கொடுக்கின்றார். தமிழையா வகுப்பறைக்குள் வந்தாலே போதும், சிவாஜி திரையினிலே வந்தது போல் தோன்றும், அவர் நடையா தமிழ் நடையா எதுவென்று சொல்வேன், வகுப்பறையே நாடகத்தின் மேடையாக மாறும். பாரதியார் கண்டதில்லை பிறக்கவில்லை அன்று, செல்வராசன் கண்டேன், பெரிய மீசையினை கண்டேன். பாடல்களை படிக்கையிலே பரவசம் நான் ஆனேன். முண்டாசில்லா பாரதியை நானும் கண்டுகொண்டேன். வள்ளுவன் என்றொருவன் எம் வாழ்வினிலே வந்தான். செல்வராசன் உருவினிலே குரல்கள் அவன் தந்தான். ஞான ஒளி நாடகமும் மேடையிலே கண்டேன். அதே செல்வராசன் அங்கும் பீடு நடை போட்டான். எத்தனைதான் சொன்னாலும் உங்கள் புகழ் மிஞ்சும். எங்கள் அன்பு எப்பொழுதும் உமை தூக்கத்திலும் கொஞ்சும். பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துக்களை என் நண்பருடன் சொன்னேன். என்றும் உங்கள் ஆசி வேண்டி வணங்குகிறோம் ஐயா. So students, let me take this opportunity to wish you all the best and thank you all for this opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Bhaskar sir. Bhaskar sir has a pen name named Sadar Bhujan, his son's name. And he has written a lot of books. And one such book is Sadar Bhujan Siru Kathaigal. This book is there, that gift that we are giving to all the dignitaries. Sir has almost taken all of us back to the school days. Sir is 7 years senior to me, so sir must be 67 years of age. When our Master Selvaraj sir turned 85 years of age, almost 4 years ago, we had a felicitation function in Bishop Heba College in Tiruchirappalli, where I was a dean. And one Dr. Janraj, the head of the Department of Commerce and the Batsar of Bishop Heba College, our former Moravian, he, along with Dr. Balasubramaniam, we gave a great felicitation for our Selvaraj sir in Tiruchirappalli. Thank you, sir, for bringing back all our memories. This is for all the students. And the fruit you see is always, the fruit you see is always the result of the dash you cannot see. Can you fill it up? The fruit that you see today is the result of dash that you cannot see. Result of the root. Thank you. Wonderful. The roots are here. We could also see the roots. Our batch, 1983 batch, we all turned to be 60, including my dear friend Major General Jnanashekaran. 38 years in Indian Army. Chola House, alumni of Sainik School Amravati Nagar, passed out in 1983, joined National Defense Academy, Kadakwasla, Pune, commissioned into artillery unit on 14th June 1986 at the age of 20. He has been an instructor and trained cadets to become army officers at OTA, Officer Training Academy, Chennai, and has also been an instructor at the School of RT, Devlali, training and empowering officers to be more professionally efficient. This officer has been awarded Seda Medal for gallantry action in Jammu and Kashmir. A big hand of applause, please. Three times General Officers Commanding in Chief commendation cards, one each while under Western Command, Southwestern Command, and in Army Training Command. In recognition of a distinguished service of a high order for the tenure as a Commandant, Selection Center South, this officer has been awarded Vishis Seva Medal during Republic Day 2024 by the Honorable President of India. We'll give a big hand of applause. May I request my dear beloved friend, 1983 batchmate, General M. Jnanashekaran, Sena Medal Gallantry and Vishishtava Medal to felicitate. Over to Jnanashekaran.
Yeah, good evening. Thanks, Victor, my friend. a respected master, Mr. M. Selvaraj, the guest of honor for today, Captain Manigandan, the chief guest, respected teachers, alumni, and dear students. I'm from 1983 batch. I'd like to express my gratitude to the teachers in general and Master Selvaraj in particular. The best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book. So you are the living embodiment of this quote. From the humblest of beginnings in a remote village, with no one to guide your educational journey, you rose by sheer determination to become a shining light in the field of education. Sir, you not only reached academic pinnacles yourself, but also imparted knowledge to countless students with unmatched dedication. And it's a record that no student ever failed under your guidance, and no competition ever ended without a prize when you led. You once said that with the right guidance, you might have achieved greater heights in the civil or in armed forces. But sir, let me humbly say, you may not have worn a uniform, but your influence has marched through generations. I who stand here as a Major General am one among the many shaped by your teachings. No, it would be incorrect to take only my name. I can take the example of my batch, which was shaped by Sir and the other masters in the school. There are 9 of us who joined the Defense Forces. One is still serving, Lieutenant General S. Mohan, who is a UN force commander at Sudan. It's a very mighty recognizable post. We also have a serving honorable judge in Supreme Court, Honorable Justice K.V. Vishwanathan, who is destined to be the Chief Justice of India, a rare honor on 12th August 2030, looking eagerly forward. Then we have 2 eminent doctors, Dr. Thirumal and Dr. Chandrasekhar. We also have Karunamurthy retired as the Vice President of Bell, and Madhavan Ramamurthy, Vice President and settled abroad in Atlanta. And there are many more. They've all been guided by the teachers of this great institution. Truly, as you quoted, sir, a teacher's influence is eternal, and you are the living proof of that. More than an educator, you have been a beacon of values and integrity, an idol for all your students. I would now like to give a personal touch and recollect a glimpse of Sir through the eyes of our batchmates. Tamila, nee eluduvadu Tamila is a famous dialogue of yours, fondly remembered by Elil Arasan and Madhavan Ramamurthy, sir. Karunamurthy remembers you fondly to have always motivated to boldly perform in stage, which is the requirement of today. Whether it is in dramas, extempore speeches, you always motivated us to boldly perform, which is important. He also remembers a small, incident in which Sir was the one who taught us how to apply soap to the body. In order to minimize the wastage of soap, Sir used to say, rub the soap on the palm and then use the palm to rub your body. Great of you, sir. Manigandan fondly remembers the 2 words that echoed deepest into each heart, punctuality and discipline, which we are all following till today and will be with us till our last breath. Sir's teachings are lovely, lively, and humorous with realistic examples. Madhavan Ramamurthy, the brainy guy of our batch, has very fond memories of Sir. Our senior Tamil teacher, Mr. Selvaraj, never taught him, in any class directly. Like Madhavan and me, we were Hindi guys. But over the years he spent in Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, Sir was the one from whom he learnt a lot by observing his way of carrying himself. Sir, your discipline and impactful words. In one of the oral exams, he was asked if he could recite some Tamil poem, and Madhavan Ramamurthy had come prepared with Subramanya Bharati's poem, Sendamil Nadalum Podinile, and cited it as well as he could. Selvaraj sir listened with appreciation and corrected the mistakes he made in pronunciation with a very supportive approach which gave him a lot of confidence. Subsequently, he became a go-getter to teacher for questions relating to Tamil. You know, the school gives such an open and cordial environment that the school provided made it easy to walk up to any teacher, and whenever they were free, we used to ask questions. He still remembers a trivial example. There was a movie, new movie, a very famous movie, which got released during our time, Orudalai Ragam. So he, in his all innocence, went and asked Mr. Silva the meaning of the movie's name, and he answered it with a straight face. Our Tamil teacher used to speak English very, very fluently, and sir would constantly ask the students to be disciplined and focus on studies whenever he came to supervise the evening preparations in the school premises. He used to always say, "You're living in a fool's paradise," was one of his repeated statements exhorting us not to be complacent, not to be overconfident, and continue to keep giving our best, Lagero Munnabai. On behalf of our batch and with deep gratitude, I thank Sir for being the remarkable mentor and human being that you are. Let me conclude my words with a quote that truly reflects what you really mean to us. The true legacy of a teacher is not in the buildings or in the titles, but in the lives that they have shaped. That is what they have done to us. We are indeed very grateful, sir. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Jnana, my dear friend. Thank you, Major General M. Jnanashekaran, for bringing all the students of our batch the way we really enjoyed and cherished Mr. M. Selvaraj. An officer and a gentleman in Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, who is very positive in his approach. A wonderful person who always said, yes. Time for us to listen to our most respected and honorable chief guest, Captain Manigandan, Indian Navy, Principal, Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar. Over to you, sir.
Respected Mr. M. Selvaraj, our guest of honor, First Lady of the campus, Major General Gyansekharan, retired, Lieutenant Colonel Nandini, Vice Principal, respected teachers, both old and current, dear members of the alumni who are present here today, my dear cadets, ladies and gentlemen, as the principal of Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, it is with immense honor and profound respect that I stand here before you today as a part of Festival Prajna 2.0 of 2025. In an era, which is today, where teachers have a plethora of technical aids at their disposal, artificial intelligence has permeated classrooms. Virtual lectures are a commonplace. Let us take a moment to reflect a different time. A time when Mr. Selvaraj, our reverend teacher, stood tall in the absence of all these modern marvels. Today, his impact would undoubtedly garner 1 million likes, 1,000 shares, and a testament of his timeless wisdom and the profound influence he had on countless lives. He had been a true epitome of a social reformer, touching the hearts and minds of generations that followed during his time in the school. Mr. M. Selvaraj, born in 1937, let that sink in, 1937, is a distinguished retired Tamil master whose academic excellence began with first-class honors in BA 1960 and MA in 1961 from Annamalai University. His dedication to teaching was very evident early as he topped his BT program in 1962 at the Teachers College, Saidapet, earning him the prestigious medalist title. He furthered his education with an M.Ed, again higher second class, in 1980. By the way, till this time I was not even born. From Madurai Kamaraj University, all while coming from a very, very humble, very, very remote village and with very limited resources from Tiruchi. Imagine his journey, cadets, navigating hardships. That would test the resilience of even our present-day cadets who are seated here. Yet, he persevered. What kept him going? I believe it was his unwavering passion for service. There is a profound truth in the quote that human birth is for service. Mr. Selvaraj has lived this truth countless times every day of his life, extending his utmost service to everyone that he encountered in his life. His teaching career spanned an impressive 42 years, where he served as a teacher, a principal, a senior principal, and advisor across esteemed institutions, including a remarkable 25-year tenure right here at Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, from 1964 to 1989. This was also along with significant contributions to Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas in Mahe, Puducherry, and later at Aditya Vidyashram. He also held positions of responsibility as the housemaster, as you came to know, Chola housemaster for a long time, and the officiating registrar and headmaster at our very own school. His subject mastery was unparalleled, with a 100% pass rate as borrowed by the Major General, numerous first-class distinctions achieved by the Tamil students, including, very importantly, All India first rank in Tamil subject in 1986 was from this school under his tutelage. Thank you. As the principal of various other institutions, he consistently delivered 100% results in CBSE examinations. His leadership at Aditya Vidyashram saw remarkable growth in the number of students, and the number of teachers kept increasing in that school. Even after retiring from formal service, his commitment to education and his community continued. Coming to today's evening, my dear cadets, the alumni of Sainik School Amaravati Nagar, under the banner of Prajna, feel an immense sense of pride today. What motivates us is the very passion with which Mr. Selvaraj served his cadets, without any expectation of the results. As it has been beautifully said in the Bhagavad Gita, Karmanya Vadikaraste Ma Paleshu Kadachana, meaning you have the right to perform your prescribed duty without expecting the fruits of action. This philosophy epitomizes his dedication. For several years in Sainik School, he was not just a teacher, but a Mata, a Pita, a Guru, and in a sense, the Devam of all the students who studied here during his time. He nurtured, he guided, and he shaped the futures of innumerable people. As in today's day and age, my dear cadets, where real heroes are often given so much of importance and celebrated as their own, especially in this part of the country, I'm incredibly glad that we get a chance to celebrate the real heroes. The difference between the real and the real heroes, our very own Mr. Selvaraj, who's here with us today. And this is a beautiful, another significance, which I would like to share to this August gathering here. This very auditorium, which we are all proudly seated here, the Avai Auditorium, owes its name to a suggestion made by Mr. Selvaraj. That is why the auditorium today has been named as Avai Auditorium back in 1963. Thank you. Today, it has truly come a full circle. We have the distinct honor of felicitating him within these very walls, adding to this auspicious occasion. We will also be installing a photograph of Avayar in this auditorium. It is indeed a very beautiful moment, a confluence of respect and legacy, both for Mr. Selvaraj, for this Avai auditorium, and for the school. Looking back at his remarkable journey, his years of selfless service, almost equal to my age, to share the stage with such a monumental figure, a true legend in the realm of education, is not just an honor, it is deeply a very humbling experience. As the saying goes, the best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book. Mr. Selvaraj embodied this sentiment throughout his illustrious career. Another beautiful thought reminds us, a great teacher is not the one who imparts knowledge, but the one who inspires the student to learn on their own. He was, continues to be, that guiding light for so many of our cadets. We are eternally grateful for his service and his dedication. Whatever the alumni of these esteemed institutions have achieved, and whatever our current cadets are destined to achieve, is truly built upon the strong foundation of the unwavering efforts sown in by the dedicated teachers like Mr. Selvaraj, especially in a residential school like ours. Dear cadets, you wouldn't be surprised to know what Mr. Selvaraj himself said, and I quote, listen to this very carefully. I didn't believe when I read the words of Henry Adam. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. But now, seeing the Amaravians, seeing the alumni of Sainik School Amaravati Nagar, giving a beautiful gesture of inviting me for such a grand function, I believe in Adam's words. If there is rebirth, I would prefer to be a student of Sainik School Amaravati Nagar and join the Indian Armed Forces to serve the noblest service to this world, are the words of Mr. Selvaraj. Thank you. This one powerful thought beautifully summarizes what a true great personality that he is. I would also like to place on record the fantastic initiative of Prajna team to felicitate all our senior teachers in this prestigious auditorium, which stands as a befitting testimony to the profound impact our teachers have created in the life of our cadets. May I request all the cadets to stand up and join me in truly showing your gratitude and appreciation to all the teachers who are with us and also the teachers who have been in the school in the past. Please. Louder. Yes. Thank you. On behalf of the entire Sainik School Amaravati Nagar fraternity, I wish Godspeed to Mr. Selvaraj and extend our very best wishes to the entire team of Prajna in all the future endeavors. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind. Cadets can be seated.
Thank you, sir. That was a great honor. Standing ovation for our great teacher. At the request of our Selvaraj sir, we would like to honor our respected principal and the vice principal and the first lady of our Sainik School Amaravati Nagar after unveiling the portrait of Avayar. In fact, we had a portrait of Avayar on the top when we were here as students. But now with the Prajna team under the leadership of our Prajna convener, Dr. Balasubramaniam, they have brought two pictures of the Sangam poet Avayar. May I request our principal sir and our Selvaraj sir to unveil the statue on the left side of mine and request our first lady of Sainik School Amaravati Nagar and vice principal ma'am to come on the right side and unveil the portrait and to come on stage for the honor that we would like to give you. Ma'am, you can come this side, please. We request our respected Selvaraj sir to honor our beloved principal of Science School of Nagar. We'd like to honor First Lady of Science Club Nagar, Madam Lakshmi Manigandan. We'd like to honor our Vice Principal, Science School of Nagar. Thank you, sir and ma'am, for accepting the order from us. Thank you. Next, we have a short audio and video about Mr. M. Selvaraj, sir. We have certain vintage photographs and then a video played for us, after which we'll have the response from our guest of honor, Mr. M. Selvaraj. Oh, okay. No. The picture, the vintage picture that we see here was our first, please go to the previous picture. He was our first mathematics teacher. Later he became, please go to the first picture. Can we go to the first picture and freeze it? Yeah. He was our first mathematics teacher in the year 1962. Later he joined our Indian Air Force and retired as Air Vice Marshal, Sri L.S. Vaidyanathan. You can give a big hand of applause. Can you go to the next one and freeze it? Air Vice Marshal. Next. This is the photographs taken, our earlier teachers. From left to right, we see our arts teacher, Sri.
For 3 months in the operation also, that's why I could not come. So that's why I could not write. Hereafter, right. So that was 755 Mamalan. He was at a lower. He was not that good in the subject. He was an average boy. Now, at Bombay, in Mumbai, he is a big magnet. Big businessman. 755 Mamalan. 1. M.S. Yelongo talked about M.S. Yelongo. He was placed to say Mr. or Miss or Mrs. or Doctor is always understood when I mean with the familiarity I just use it as it should. So M.S. Yelongo, he was getting a low marks there, always fail marks that. He came to me. I said, you write there. Every page you write there. You write. with the correct and the mega nandru, very good. Then I said nandru. The positive strokes, giving positive strokes. From that, he got good marks, and finally, he, even in the essay writing competition, competed with the college students. He got in the wildlife celebrations week. He got that prize. So by giving positive strokes to the children, they can come up well there. One more boy, I'll tell you. I was taking both Tamil as well as general knowledge. 9th standard general knowledge went 3 sections, 5 sections at the time. Myself 3 sections. Mr. Major Dillan was 1 section. Mr. Ratnasamy was 1 section. So 5 sections I take. And 6th standard also first used to go there. 6th standard he used to take Tamil as well as GK. One boy was there. He came to me. Sir, உங்கள மாதிரியே ஒரு டீச்சர் வர்றாருங்க சார், ஒரு சார் வர்றாருங்க சார். யாரடா தம்பி? Tamil class only can open your mouth, not in a GK class. Because when I go to the G class, I never open my mouth in Tamil. When I come to Tamil class, I never open my mouth in English. So the boy came, sir, உங்கள மாதிரியே ஒரு சார் இருக்காருங்க சார். I want to know, sir. இருக்காதேடா அப்படி. இல்லைங்க சார். Mean-Surity, the boy from Mean-Surity. இருக்காதேடா அப்படி. சரிடா, உனக்கு ஒரு வாரம் 2 வாரம் டைம் தரேன். Because weekly once only we go to. But the Tamil class used to go 5 periods. Only 1 period. The boy came. Sir, அப்படி கண்டுபிடிச்சிடாடா? கண்டுபிடிச்சேன் சார் நானே. என்னடா சார், அவர் வேற நீங்க வேற சார். So what he thought now, this man takes the GK class, he never opens his mouth in Tamil. And this man, when he comes to Tamil, he never opens his class mouth in English. So this man is different, that man. So from such level, we brought them all to this. Coming to teacher side, many teachers are there. Sitting people, Mr. Gurumurthy is a reservoir for knowledge. Reservoir for Sainik school knowledge. Anything you ask anybody, he'll immediately tell. This is so and so science. He'll tell that. He's a Rotary Club member. He's a Rotary Club president also there. And all is easy. But all is because the woman behind him is a success. He's showing his time. Close it, I will close it. Yes, Guru, I will do. So, Mrs. Janaki Gurumurthy was because of behind her. That's why she wrote book. He is also good. She is also a good teacher. But I will say, or 5 marks extra to her, she is a better teacher than her. Tell her also when I go. When we went to KE, along with KE, took the students on the excursion to Kutralam, high-come excursion. Kutralam there, I saw that at that time, the local people said, our boys are conversing in Tamil. The boy, one person came and asked, sir, where are you coming from? From Coimbatore. Is an English medium school? Yes, it's an English medium school. Sir, I saw that the children from the convent came here, they were all conversing in English. But I see you boys are talking in Tamil. Can't they do it? I said in convent, they concentrate on English, but other subjects, soft pedaling for them. Our students are equally good, both in English as well as in Tamil. Sir, if so, may I test one of the boys? Said, yes, by all means you talk. Sir, why said? He said, by boy nearby. Sir, he asked, and he beautifully answered. He was appreciating. You know who is the boy? Lieutenant General Mohan. He was there. Even at the time itself, we found the boy was in 8th standard at the time, and a Lieutenant General. Right? You remember? Coming to that now, the pronunciation about the pronunciation in Tamil, right from Tirunelveli to Tiruchi, all we say, we don't say Vazhaipalam, we say Vazhapalam. We say Vazhapalam. Excuse me, many of you, not myself, but mine is a correct pronunciation. All the 3 were from Annamalai University, Yahamara, myself, and Mr. Santana Krishnan. All these from Annamalai University. Annamalai University was famous Tamil those days. So, Vazhaipalam, Koyapalam, Mambaram. The ya is there only in Tamil and also Malayalam. These two languages only the say Padam. I worked in Mahi, Malayalam area, more than 5-6 years I worked. No one said Vada. Everyone said Vada Padam. So I asked all the children here, Tamil children, learn. Vada Padam. It will come. The mistake you do that, it will go a long way. So doctor makes a mistake. Doctor, you must say, excuse me, because you are a doctor as well as a professor, teacher. When a doctor makes a mistake, it is buried underground. Right? Could you understand, my dear children? If a doctor makes a mistake, it is buried underground. Could you understand that? Yes. When an administrator, minister, prime minister, or somebody, those who are under power, administrator makes a mistake, it is buried in the file. But when a teacher makes a mistake, it lives for generations. It lives for generations. That's why teachers, you are not supposed to make any mistake. Or as long as you are sitting at the other side of the table, as students, we can do the mistake. The students can make any number of mistakes. A modern language there, and we are here, the teachers are there to help you and correct your English. But once you have come to the other side of the table, as an administrator or the teacher also, you are not supposed to make any mistake. No, those days, no problem. Google or nothing there. We only the refer the books and came there. On English also the same mistake. What happens? Tortoise, not tortoise. What's the pronunciation? Tortoise. Tortoise. Alumni Association. Alumni Association. So, the main aim is to prepare the children for the National Defense Academy. All the children who are in 10th standard and 12th, 11th or 12th, take it from me that you can say that you have 100% pass. When I was doing my BT those days, Teachers College, Saidapet, my psychology professor came and told me, first day he came, my dear gentlemen, you can now itself add the two letters B and T after your degrees. So the positive stroke he gave. So all of you very happy. The second sentence, what he said, you cannot fail unless you want to fail. The same thing I want to tell you here. My dear students here, if you aim there for to go join the NDA, UPSC examination, study, hard work. So you do that one with mind. You cannot fail. The teachers are there, our able, efficient, energetic gentlemen, our Captain Manikandan, the principal is here, ably assisted by other service officers and teachers are there. You'll all come out successfully well in your life. Right. Coming to the other point, otherwise Mr. Gurumurthy will show me hand. Right. Jnanavadi drama. Twice stage. 1971 stage. 1981 stage. Mr. Gurumurthy, what happened? Major Sundarajan was acting as the dramas. Major Sundarajan from his place, Patalagundu. He went to Chennai. He said, in our place, we are acting there, doing beautifully well. He said, if that is here, he'll go to the court. How can he play that one? So it stopped. That day we stopped. Our Colonel Tamburaj spoke to him. You are a major, but I am a lieutenant colonel. You are a major. In the screen only you are a major, but original I am. So he spoke to him. He said, only a pastime our teachers are doing, and staff and students are doing that. So if that is the case, you go ahead, he said. So that one, twice is a masterpiece, Jnanavadi, all these things. Now, Basketball, I played basketball, volleyball, football. Basketball, I tell you a secret about Mr. Gurumurthy. Because you know, basketball is a qualified referee. Am I right? He got a certificate. But I had never seen till 1980s he left. Any time we get into the basketball court, act as a referee. That also right now? Because with the Cherian, it should be same now here. At least I have done once. At least I have done. Coming to Mr. Karpaya came, see from KMK, came Koshi. He was a soft-natured gentleman, very soft-natured. That softness is there. Is it inherited from him? And Mr. Karpaya also soft-natured gentleman. Very good in his subject, very cordial, friendly with his children, and any soft-natured gentleman. You always. It seems a P. Chandran. I think that the chemistry department itself is like that, a P. Chandran. He was also a soft-natured gentleman. Right? This, for the wake up of the students, I'll ask you some questions. Right? 6, 7, 8 standard students can tell me the answer. What is the rank of your principal in Armed Navy? Rank of your principal? 6 times? Yes. One at a time. Raise and tell me. Captain, very good, Captain. Tell me the equivalent in rank in Army. Very good. Equivalent rank in Air Force. Very good, fine. Right. These are for girls. Which is the highest gallantry award? Girls. Which is the highest gallantry award? Very good, fine. So I'll ask one more question. Civilian award, highest civilian award? Very good. Now, having football I'll ask you. There is a term, sudden death. Can you tell me where? Sudden death. Anybody can give me the answer. It came in 87 or so. Football. No.
School football team captain.
Anybody can answer this question. Football player, right? Doesn't matter. Both the teams score equal, and extra time also given. That also they score. Then 5-5 they give. In the 5-5 also 5 shot penalty kicks, and that also this. Then finally 1-1. Whichever team gives, it is called the winner. So they stop the game. That is a sudden death, right? Hockey, our Bala is a very good ace hockey. Perhaps he has taken from our branch and the Sainik school, Mr. Santiago Jayaraj Kumar. Very good. Hockey, what is it? Showing the goal. Penalty stroke, very good. Penalty. Cricket, shall I ask one question? Cricket. 6 standard girls are here? 6 standard. The cricket, simple question I ask. The umpire says, only 6 standard girls. Pardon? Yes?
Only 6 standard girls. 6 standard girls.
6 standard girls only.
6 we have, 3-4 girls have come.
7?
Not out. You are out. Sit down. 7th standard, any girl cadet? 7th standard girl cadet? What is the meaning of this in cricket? Huh? Very good. 4 runs.
Very good. 4 runs. Right. One more question I'll ask in cricket. Please Umpire says, tell me. This question and umpire shows one.
One bounce is what he's saying. It's not correct.
One run cut. So the runner or the batsman doesn't touch the crease point, that is, without touching is taken there. So for that cut, one run cut. One more question. In relay, how many runners are there in relay? 4. Whether it is 4 into 100 or 4 into 400 or medley relay. 4. Who is called anchor? Anchor in the team. Who is called anchor in the team?
One of you get up and answer. Yes, correct.
Where?
He's
Last.
saying the last runner, sir.
Very good.
Sir.
Last sentence. Very good. Thank you. Once again, my dear children, you see that I am very happy that the standard is as high as it was, or even higher. It must go to the highest level. We are happy, all aspects. All credit goes to all the service officers and also our captain, Manihandan, for shaping his role. And he is very friendly with the children. For that we are happy that the Prajna, Victor Lazarus, Bala, all these 2 people were there, and because of them they will come. For that the Prajna, I am thankful once again for them. And shall we give the Prajna team a standing ovation to them? Shall we give for them? Yes. Very good, Bala. Thank you. Next, the school has come to a very high level now. We are extremely happy to see the standard of the children, the way in which they taught all children. Very good there. So for them also, we'll give an applause. Once again, we give applause. And thank you, dear. 3 cheers to Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you. No, what am I going to do? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That was a real great cheer for Sainik School of Amaravati Nagar. Thanks, sir, for your response. The entire Prajna team salutes you. Thank you for your presence and for all your blessings. We have come to the final of today's program. Vote of thanks by Cadet Darwin, Class 12 of Padya House. Over to Mr. Darwin.
The best way to honor a teacher to carry forward the lessons they have taught us and share their wisdom with the world. Good evening to one and all present here. I am Cadet Darwin, and it is my great honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this memorable evening of felicitation to our teachers. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Captain Indian Navy K. Manigandan, Principal of Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar. Sir, your inspiring leadership and constant encouragement continue to shape us as cadets and responsible citizens. Thank you for gracing us with our presence today. We are truly privileged to have as our guest of honor, Mr. M. Selvaraj, our unexpected retired Tamil master. Sir, today it is about your contribution, your dedication, and the lasting impression you have made in our lives and in this institution. We are forever thankful to your service. We are immensely grateful to Dr. Mr. Bhaskar of Golden Jubilee Badge and Major General Gnanasekhar, retired, both proud Amaravians, for sharing how the role of teachers transcends the classroom as a guide, as a mentor, and a pathfinder. Your words reminded us of enduring value of gratitude and lifelong learning. The heartfelt thanks to Dr. Balasubramanian, the convener of Prajna, and explained the spirit behind the evening and giving us the context to reflect and celebrate our mentors. To the talented cadets who sang the soulful Tamil choir, those who spoke with conviction and clarity, you made this program more meaningful and memorable. A special thanks to our event organizers, the Amaravian alumni team, technical crews, general employees, and all the supporting staffs who worked behind the scenes to make this evening a grand success. Finally, I thank each and every one of you in the audience, fellow cadets, staff members, guests, for being here and making this celebration one of the warmth, respect, and deep appreciation. Let us carry forward this spirit of gratitude, always remembering that behind every cadet's success stands a teacher who believed in them. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you and good night.